Last time on Dungeons and Dickheads, having discovered the town of Reckenmark was inhabited by the Thieves Guild and threatening towards the Nightingales, the party were taken to the docks with Toc riding a carriage on a throne made of hay. After talking to the dock workers and Porkeye trying to convince them to unionise, the party helped deal with an infestation of beetles in exchange for a transport to the island of Thronehold. Once on the island, the party approached cautiously, resulting in Ronson being stabbed whilst Toc sneaked in through the back door. It was soon revealed that the mansion was open to the Nightingales and Toc was made most welcome. Whilst Ronson slept off his wounds and Toc enjoyed her luxury room whilst avoiding the prince, Porkeye continued to talk to the staff, both gathering information and leading them towards unionisation. This is why I hate that, because I can't say it. At the chime of 8 p.m, the dinner gong sounded, and along with a priest, the Prince of Thieves made his way downstairs to the dining room.
Oh, I remember this. It was so scary.
And you all remember what you were doing.
That's dramatic because he knows what we look like. I know that now.
Okay.
I don't remember getting stabbed.
You got stabbed repeatedly and thrown in the water.
So just to be clear, I am in my room eating my dinner, which was brought up to me.
It's not been brought up yet because the gong's just gone off. So
is it coming up to me?
The orc here, who they all now have names, by the way. Obelix, the orc, was about to take the food upstairs when he had to stop because the prince came down the stairs.
Obelix, okay.
Yeah.
I'll call him Nobby.
Is another one called Asterix?
Not yet, because these are orcs and therefore all their name starts with O.
Right, okay.
Because that way it's easy for me to remember.
Right, okay.
So the prince, he turns his head as a wide grin kind of spreads across his greying face.
Hello, I'm Prince.
Welcome,
Mr.
Short King. I can only assume you were here as a guest of Miss Toc?
Oh.
Miss Toc, don't play games with me, dwarf.
I think you're the one that's made a mistalk here, pal.
I would have done that joke, but I don't think I'm in this scene.
You're also upstairs in bed.
Am I? Oh, I thought I was still in the sea. I'm in bed, am I?
You're in bed, yeah.
Right, okay.
I'm here visiting my good friend Nobby.
There is no use playing games, Mr. Short King.
That's what the downloads tell us.
I hope to talk to Miss Toc at dinner tonight, if not to breakfast tomorrow. It would appear we have some things to discuss. Do assure her there are no hard feelings from my side. We all act as we see fit at the time, or follow our own code. Many things have changed since we last met, it seems. He swings one of the doors open and just turns back to you. You are welcome to join us in the dining room, Mr. Short King, but I of course understand if you'd like to eat with your new friends. And he gestures to the orc and the goblin.
That's Professor Short King to you.
A professor of what exactly?
Socialism. None of your fucking business, pal. Go and have your snap.
A professor of X.
So he walks in.
Formerly known as Twitter.
And as the door swings, you see him taking a seat at the table opposite the priest. Gilbert the Goblin sort of runs in with some food as Obelix heads upstairs, taking Toc's food up there too. Hawkeye, are you doing anything at this point?
Just going to mooch around in the foyer. Have a chat with the butler.
Are you sure you would not like some food, sir?
No, I'm good. I'm a little lad, small belly, you know. What are you up to, pal? You've been pouring that cup of tea for quite a while.
We always have tea on hand here at the Thronehold Mansion.
Oh, good. Any specialties? Do you get it? Specialties, eh? Do you get it? I'm a professor of fun.
He just continues pouring his endless pot of tea and just walks away.
Fucking cup. All right, speak later, mate. Ta-ra. I'll mooch upstairs and knock on Toc's door then.
Okay, let's bring Hawkeye into the upstairs. Okay, so as you're wandering up, you are obviously behind the orc, who knocks on the door as you turn around the corner.
Yes?
Dinner.
I just get up and I can open the door. Yes, thank you. What's your name?
Sorry, point of order. Have you put any clothes on?
No.
Okay. So
Dave needs to imagine that now and factor that in.
Well, it was more for you. It was more for Ronson. So Obelix just sort of grunts as he opens the door and just sort of tries to avert his eyes and sort of holds out the tray with like a cloche on top.
I just kind of lean on the door, kind of just accentuating every curve, and I grab the tray off him and just smile.
So Ray is actually in the corridor too.
Oh, Ray's fine.
Ray's just got his hands over his eyes. It's fine.
Dirty Ray.
He's taken off his hat and he's put on a blindfold.
But yes, I do that and I take the food into my room. Thank you.
You're welcome, miss. Breakfast at 9. And he wanders off a bit flustered.
Does Ronson have a spell where he can see through the eyes of animals?
If you have a look at the list.
Yeah, okay, just a second.
Yeah, just see if you've got animal sight.
Animal sight. So that's in spells, yeah?
Yeah.
Fireball, Mage Armor, Catapult, Grease. No, it's not there.
No, you don't have a spell to let you see through the eyes of animals.
Right, okay.
Oh, that bit will never get old. Never get old.
Well, the aim is not... I can't do it. The aim is not to get it in every single episode.
It feels like it.
It's like I'll Be Back. You can't get it in every single movie, or it stops being special.
Just the Terminator ones.
Yeah, just the Terminator ones.
Nobby, how long's Lord Flashheart been knocking about here?
The Prince.
Also, could you put the tea tray over your crotch, please? You have a very obvious erection.
It looked very flustered and covers himself up. Prince been here on off last couple of months. Been here last couple of weeks. Every night.
Every night. Joe, where he goes in the day? Any info on Lord Piss Pants?
I mean, he stays here overnight. Sometimes it does a lot of painting downstairs. Works with the priest quite a bit. Thieves Guild stuff. Research that room over there. He points over to the corner room. Sorry, it's been a long time since I've done this. Forgotten where everything is. He points over to the room in this corner here.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like some intel.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep ourselves to ourselves.
All right, Nobby. You go and have a chat with the rest of your colleagues about what we talked about, and I'm going to make Miss Tuck put some clothes on. I need to speak to her.
Yes, sir. He.
Oh, well, we don't. Less of the sir, pal. Less of the sir. Come on. We're all equals here.
Mr. Short King.
Just Uncle Porky's fine.
All right, dickhead. He just walks away.
You might have gone.
I like this guy.
You might have gone too informal now. Uncle Porky. It's too informal now. Disturbingly informal.
Or I'll knock on Tocs' door. Toc, put some pants on. I've got some intel.
I groan. And I just put on half of my clothes. I don't put them all on, just my very scant undergarments. And I open the door. Yes?
I'm not giving you the intel until you put a coat on. Bear in mind, I'm a dwarf.
Yes. And I just look down.
Yes, you are.
Go away. Put your trousers on. Come back.
Fine. I just slam the door in his face. And I walk and actually get dressed. You know, half my food just kind of shoved in my face.
Right, now we got that unpleasantness over with. Old Lord Princey Thieves is downstairs. FYI, BTW, ACAB.
Oh, no. I was worried that he was going to be here. Does he know I'm here?
I think he's got a pretty good clue, yeah.
I thought I was being sneaky. Okay. Well, there's no point in being up here then, is there?
No, I'd imagine not.
I suppose I should make myself presentable and go and see him, but... Or we could leave.
I mean, that would quite abruptly end the plot, I suppose.
And try and come another day. Do you think they'll just find us again?
We can go back to the cow side quest.
just at the end point, you do remember the whole point of this is you think the
he's got
prince
the
has the coin.
he's got the coin. Yeah, I know.
So waiting until he's not here might not be the most useful thing to do.
Well,
He might have hidden it. He might have hidden it somewhere.
the sooner we get out of here, the sooner we can get back to the Grogs storyline as well.
Roly-poly sausages.
Yeah, don't forget that.
It's sweeping the nation. Everyone's talking about it.
Okay, well, have you found out anything about the prince's comings and goings from any of the servants around him?
Yes, I have. I did some D&D in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I discovered that he's out all day, apart from when he's not. And when he's not, he's painting. And he has a research room over yonder.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he knows I'm here, and he knows you're here, but he doesn't know that prick who's probably still wanking's here. So I think we should nip downstairs, have some dinner, and send old wanky sleeves into the research room.
Okay, it sounds like a plan. So I just, go back to the room. I kind of make myself slightly more presentable than just shoving food in my face. Leave the rest of my dinner. And, ready, scooping up pebbles as I go, putting her on my horns.
Right, you can tell him.
Where is he?
You know exactly where he is.
Oh, no, I'm not going to see him. No, you go in there.
No, I've already seen too much today. It's your turn.
Absolutely not. Send Ray in.
Why was Ray going to tell him to go to the research room? Hey, you haven't thought this through, have you?
I mean, they can't even D&D who's going to come and tell another character some information.
Fine, I knock
Because
on the
we
door.
know exactly how he's going to go for whoever opens the door.
Can't we, send
You
a
were about to say
servant
toss
over?
for it then, weren't you? And, but you knew what the obvious joke would be, and you didn't.
What about sending a servant in? Because I really don't want to see Ronson in any sort of disarray.
You're listening to Dungeons and Dickheads, the fast-paced D&D stream.
Fine. I'll go knock on the door.
Fantastic. I just skip away.
I'm moving everybody. I forget you guys can move yourselves.
Oh, yeah. I skip away from the door. No, I'm moving. Come on. Over here. Thank you.
Put your Diconium stump away. I'm coming in.
Doesn't come through, babe.
Whoa,
Fuck.
give me a minute, please.
I give him a minute.
Okay. Just 1 minute. Oh, just pulling up my trousers. Coming. Hello.
Again?
Yes. Hello, Porky. How are you? Sorry, I was fast asleep. I just needed a few minutes just to wake up.
I explained the plan to him.
Great. High five. Put it there, friend.
No, I don't think I'll be doing that.
Oh, sorry. I think I sneezed into my hand. Right. Okay. So what? Right. What do you need me for, dude?
Right, there's a room over there. Me and Toc are going downstairs to possibly have a rook with Prince of Darkness, whatever he's called. We need you to have a rummage in that research room and find some clues using your powers of looking for clues.
Well, you came to the right place, let me tell you. Well, what I'll do, Dave, and annoyingly, I was going to do this for fun. I was planning on doing this for fun, but now actually, it could well be an advantage. I'm going to go invisible.
Okay.
I'm going to go invisible, Dave. Is that one of my slots? Or is it? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, if you click it will use it. So as you're doing that, you hear one of the doors from behind the room swing open, and a very flustered and embarrassing looking goblin just kind of scutters out and can't look you in the eye and just runs
no.
back.
Right, I'm invisible.
Wouldn't have to put up with that if you're in a union, Gary.
He doesn't even look back.
I don't blame him.
Are you coming, Porky? Come on then,
You guys
downstairs.
go downstairs.
Might as well get this over with.
Okay, so you...
Pebbles is with me. Come on, Pebbles.
You go downstairs. I'm just going to go snooping now, okay? But keep it on the down low.
I sigh.
So you come downstairs. There's still sort of, some of the staff moving backwards and forwards, taking cups and stuff through. And as Gilbert sees you, he sort of pops the door open for you.
Thank you. I marched straight into that room, straight up to the prince. I was like, "Good evening, Princey. How are you?"
Oh, good evening, Miss Toc. Please take a seat.
Yes, well, I have already eaten, but sure.
I'll come in as well.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is there a place at the table for him?
You're right, you bourgeois cunts.
Please take a seat. Everyone is welcome at the mansion. I wish we hadn't made that rule, but never mind.
Seems a really weird rule when you're a mansion of thieves to have everybody welcome.
Friends of the Thieves Guild are welcome.
Well, that wasn't clear. You said everybody's welcome. You can see how somebody would get confused, wouldn't you?
Quite.
Yeah, I think you should make that clearer in your rules. Maybe bring it up at the next fortnightly meeting.
Well, it's just as well we've got someone else here who can make the rules, isn't it? He looks sideways to Toc. Just before we talk about whatever it is you're here for, I do want to make one thing clear, Lady Nightingale.
Mm-hmm.
That armour may afford you certain privileges, but it does not guarantee my respect. That needs to be earned.
Well, and I take whatever alcohol is on the table and take a sip, running my finger around the rim of it. Well, actually, I don't particularly need your respect.
Well, just as well. I was most disappointed the last time we met. If you hadn't tried to steal that coin, my hand wouldn't have been forced.
Yes, well, you can see the predicament I was in. That coin was very special to me, and, well, thieves got to do what a thief's got to do.
Deception check.
Ah, shit. Oh my god, my deception is +7. Holy shit. 15?
He kind of cocks his head a little bit. And how, please pray tell, is it special to you, bearing in mind you had never held it before?
Oh, you see, me and I look at Porky, acquaintances were on a very special mission, so to speak, and, well, that was the item we were after. And you know how I can't turn down a special prize at the end of a good trial.
You were only there because I asked you to get the coin for me in the first place. So I do much wonder that you're wrapping yourself up in knots in this lie.
Well, you understand my predicament then. It was very special to me.
And that's what you're here for now, is it?
Well, no, I just thought I'll come and visit this place because, well, who wouldn't want free food and alcohol?
He looks to the priest, who's been quiet this whole time. She doesn't even understand the significance of this island, of this mansion. Who decided to crown her anyway?
And I look at her and I went, and who exactly are you?
You're looking at the prince.
The priest, yeah.
The priest. Sorry, it was the prince that said that. The priest
Oh,
is
was
still
it the priest?
sound.
Oh, I thought you said the priest.
No,
sorry.
They sound too similar, sorry.
They do sound
a bit
very similar. Yeah.
I meant their names. I know their voices sound similar. The priest hasn't spoken yet.
Oh, okay.
Sounds just like the goblins as well.
If doing multiple characters, maybe you need to say da-da-da-da-da, said so-and-so. Da-da-da-da,
Yes, but I wasn't doing
said
multiple characters at that point. It's all the prince.
Well, I thought you said the priest. Anyway,
Okay.
when you say crown, I mean, I've just got this stunning, you must say, armor, and just a few extra qualities. I don't see what the significance is against someone with the title prince in their name.
He at that he kind of stands up from the table and just pushes his plate away and storms out of the room.
Ta-ta!
The priest this time.
The priest, okay.
Appears. Oh, my dear. It does seem you have worked out the way to push our dear prince's buttons, doesn't it? He kind of chuckles to himself.
I'm sorry, who exactly are you?
Well, I'm the priest of the Nocturne. I'm surprised you haven't heard of me, but I can only assume your initiation into the Nightingales was quite rushed.
Oh, absolutely. Some words, some special things, and here I am. Your guess is as good as mine with what I'm meant to be doing, but I just do like shiny things. Brushing the armor.
Don't all of the Thieves Guild, my dear. It does come with the job descriptions.
Oh, yes, there was some sort of oath.
But to answer your last question of who does the prince think he is, of course, the title says it all. He likes to hold the illusion of being in power, of course. But like most things with him, it's all for show.
Who exactly gave him the title prince? Did he give it to himself? He seems the sort.
There's only one way that the Thieves Guild, people in the Thieves Guild get anything, my dear. They steal it, don't they?
You can't steal a name.
You can. I now call myself Toc. There you go. I have stolen your name by way of demonstration.
Yes, but so he titled himself prince. How fascinating.
Yes, and if you tell enough people that you are the prince and you come and stay in the big mansion, and you just got to tell the lie enough times, and enough people will believe it.
Nothing to earn it.
No. Again, thieves. I mean, that is, of course, why he's so precious about meaningless objects like this coin or this mansion, because to him, the symbol is far more powerful than any actual action he could do. The reality is he holds no power whatsoever.
So, call him, say, the penis of thieves. Then that name would stick.
Well, I mean, Nightingales do have certain influence. It may well stick. Yes, I mean, I do remember. Yes, one of your kin had a very similar name for him.
And I look at Porkai. Porkai, you think of any good names that we could call dear Princey? Make it stick.
I like the Cock of Thieves, Kevin Cockner, Rubbing One out of Sherwood. But I am distracted by the fact that the priest looks like he's telling a joke about airline food with his pose. What is it with that airline food? For the purposes of the joke, can we make the priest bigger?
For podcast listeners, there is now a large image of a priest holding out one hand.
It looks like Seinfeld's dad. What is it with that airline food? There we go. Yeah, that was fun.
Stand-up priest. Yep.
Stand-up priest.
What was that? What was that first name you mentioned? The Cock of Thieves.
Cock of thieves, yeah. It sounds a bit like cock of van.
Yeah, I like that. I think we can make that stick.
So the priest kind of chuckles to himself, and we are going to move upstairs to join Ronson and hide everyone else.
Right. So I'm going, Dave, to wherever it is I need to go. Where did they want me to shuffle around in?
Okay, so the room that was pointed out is over here.
Right. Well, I'm going to go over there. I'm invisible. Don't forget as well.
Yeah. Move yourself over there then.
Oh gosh. So where am I going? Over here?
Over here. Get out of that room. You're over here.
Well, who said? Oh, well, the fact you don't want me to go in that room makes me want to go in that room.
Well, no, that's just not the room you were told to go into.
All right, I'll come into that room then. I'm in it. Okay.
Oh, you got to try and open the bloody door first.
Are we getting that specific when it comes to the D&Ds? I've got to say, I open up the door.
It might be locked.
It's a door.
I open up the door. It's locked.
It opened.
Right, okay. I open up the door. Right. Oh, right. I'm in.
There you go in, and it's a fairly really modest sort of corner office.
Right.
There's a desk. There's a fireplace not lit. A couple of bookshelves. There's next to the door you've just come into. There's another door. The desk is fairly messy. Everything else is
Well, I guess I'm doing an investigation check.
Okay. Give me a roll.
7 + 6, 13.
Okay, so you all of the books in here don't appear to be typically relevant, apart from the ones on the desk. So on the desk is a couple of books about the history of the Thieves Guild.
Right.
There's some scribbling in the margins, etc. And the word coin is circled.
The word coin is circled?
Yes.
On what page?
Page 7.
7?
Quick
one
thinking
titled
there.
Coins.
Right, coin. So that could be a password, couldn't it, for all we know? Dave, do I have a spell that lets me quick read everything?
I mean, we can just not. We can just say you're going to read everything. You're going to read the entire book.
Well, no, speed read. Have I got a speed read spell? You know, like Doctor Who and things where they just flick through the book and they've read it.
Spellcasting.
We've already done that bit once this episode. I don't know that we've got the budget to do it again.
No, probably not.
But you can try and skim read, and you can see how much you can.
All right.
You can get.
Do I have to roll for a quick skim read or something to see how much I take in, or?
Yeah, roll me. Do me an insight check to see what you.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 + 2, 12.
Okay, yeah. So it's fairly dry stuff about the sort of political implications of the creation of the Thieves Guild, and how they sort of went from being a small sort of team of bandits, and how the town that you were at last time, Reckon Mark, if you notice, it's like on a highway. It's because it started out basically highwaymen hijacking people, and they basically built the town as they settled there.
Rock and roll.
So the stuff about the coin just talks about the coin of thieves as being the first relic stolen by the founders of the guild, and has been held as a symbol of leadership ever since.
Yeah, I won't lie, that went in one ear and out the other. Now, please do remember, we do have a Patreon. You've just got to search Dungeons and D-Heads. And if you want more Ronson content, that's where you need to go. There's an adventure where Ronson brings back 2 women from the dead to go on dates with. There's also a fascinating, in-depth discussion between myself and Dave, where we look at creating the franchise, the Grog's Roly Sausages franchise in the game, and how that's going to work, the mechanics of that. That's a great listen. So please remember, sign up now. Right, okay, so Dave, I'm D&Ding right now. So what I'm thinking is, and I know this is like episode 23 or something, but I presume, Dave, that if I do an investigation check in this room and I've rolled and you've told me what you can tell me, that there's nothing else to investigate in this room, isn't there?
You could also detect magic spell if you have that.
Right,
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'll detect magic. How do I do that?
You cast Detect
I was
Magic.
about to say, have you got a spell? Can you see a spell that says detect magic?
Yeah.
I had one when he said that. Well, no, I don't think I have. I've never noticed anything saying detect magic.
I do, but that's no help.
That's
Yeah,
no
you're
help.
not there.
Exactly.
I mean, I've got my Staff of Daniels and all that. Has that not got detect magic?
So,
Could do
bearing in mind, you had a fairly decent roll. I've told you everything that you're going to
Yes,
find, unless
that's
you are
it.
looking specifically at something and you want to try again. But there's nothing that stands out that you would want to look at anymore.
I'll have a quick look in that fireplace.
Okay.
In the
I can tell
fireplace,
you
Dave?
with your investigation check, it is a fireplace. There are fresh bits of wood on the fire. It hasn't been lit today.
There's a violin I see in the corner there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I might as well just get out then, I suppose. I'll go have a look in them other rooms while I'm here. Or
Okay, so-
you might have to go back to the other two characters, I don't know, but I'll...
Well, so which room are you going to next?
Well, I'll go to the adjoining room. Well, no, they're both adjoining. I'll go to this top one here.
So this one doesn't have a door from the inside of the room you were just in.
Right.
Only an external door.
So I've got to go out.
Yeah. So you try that door, and the door is locked shut.
Right. Can I blow it off with a fireball?
Please
try.
no.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
You're
How
invisible
noisy?
for a reason.
How noisy will that be? Oh, actually, yeah, no. Because if I do a spell, I'll stop being invisible, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won't. Right, I'll just come down here and try this bottom room.
Wait. Sorry.
On top.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. So that door just swings open.
Oh, I'm in.
You do.
There's somebody in there. Don't matter.
You do notice the goblin behind kind of sort of step forward as he sees the doors open and no one opening. And then this goblin as well looks very confused.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to... Dave, I'm going to grab like something that's very close to the door. I'm going to throw it into the corridor so they go investigate in the corridor.
Okay, so you're next to a bookshelf, so there's lots of books.
No, I need something small that they won't see. Is there no, is there not like some pennies there or something?
Paperweights.
Paperweights.
Not that you can... You're trying to grab it as soon as you've gone through the door, no?
All right, if I do it quickly, I'll throw a book. Boom! But Dave, I throw it, hang on. I throw it over the railing of the mezzanine here or whatever onto the bottom floor. Or maybe that bit, hang on, maybe that bit there where I've put my character.
Yeah.
So they go investigate down there.
Cool. So for podcast listeners, the top floor kind of has single set of stairs that goes down to like a middle floor where the stairs then break off. Ronson has thrown the book onto the middle floor. The goblin who is outside the room, who I've named Gabrielle, notices this and goes, "What going on? Who's playing Silly Buggers here?" And the goblin inside the room, who does not have a name, he chooses to not conform.
Bastard.
Bloody ghosts again, innit? Bloody ghosts. He scurries out to see what's going on.
Before we go on, Dave, can I make a confession, please?
Yeah.
When I used the term mezzanine, I don't actually know if I was accurate in my usage there. I just wanted to sound a bit intelligent.
I think you're more or less right,
Okay, thank you, Dave.
I was referring to the Massive Attack album.
I just wanted to be, honest with our podcast listeners because we respect them, and I shouldn't be lying to them.
I'll be honest, Neil, and with all due respect, everyone knew that you didn't know what that word meant.
Yeah, whatever. Right, I'll do another quick investigation then.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell. 5 plus 6 is 11.
More books on the table. There's lots of paper, let's say, again, with drawings. One of them looks to be the floor plan of this building, from what you can tell. Nothing marked on it. It just appears to be out.
Yeah.
There's also a drawing of a large sort of statue of what you recognise as a paladin, but you don't really see any significance in that or anything else in the room.
Right. Dave, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lift up that statue of the paladin in case it's kind of a secret leather.
So it's a picture of a statue of a paladin.
So it's a picture, right? Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to have a little look behind it.
It's a bit of paper on the table. There's nothing under it.
Right. Oh, it's right. Okay. Right. I'm going to, and I realise I maybe should have done this in the other room, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the map. And I'm gonna come out this way, Dave.
Yeah.
But here
that's the other door for our podcast listeners.
Yeah, the other door. So I'm gonna come out the other door on the other side. I'm gonna on the mezzanine. I'm gonna do a little commando roll to stay low, and I'm gonna just quickly go into my room with the map.
Commando rolling through the door.
Yeah, well, no, I'll probably open the door and then just quickly kind of commando roll on the floor because I want to stay low. I want to keep that map low. And then just quickly go into my bedroom.
Once you pick the map up, it becomes invisible.
Oh, does it? All right. Well, forget all the commando rolls, and I don't need to do it. No, I take that back. I take that back. I'm going to commando roll anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of rolls,
yeah, roll the sausages.
That feels like an athletics roll to me.
I'm in my bedroom. I've nicked the map. I'm going to hide the map under my bed, under my mattress. I'll just push to the side the Play Orcs I've got in there, my copies of Play Orc. I'll just pop that to the side. And I'm going to pop the map under there. I should have nixed that book as well, but I suppose I did read it, so.
Cool. Okay, we're going to go back down to the ground floor then. And join Toc and Porkai. Stood at the table with the priest. The prince has stormed off. Porkai, Oliver has brought you some dinner. It is some of the 5 whole hams.
5 whole hams.
That we talked about a lot last time. He serves it to you. And also,
cheers,
you can sense he's kind of hanging around a bit.
Take a seat, mate. Old Prince of Pissness is knobbed off. He won't be wanting eating. Take a seat. Have some sup, mate.
Well, yeah. I did. A bit awkward. I did want to talk to you.
All right. I didn't get those clear, subtle cues. Sorry. Priest, would you fuck off for 5 minutes?
And the Oliver just looked straight. He said, "That's not sure what I meant. I didn't really want to interrupt you during your dinner. That's all."
Disregard, Priesty. I'm going to help Ollie carry the crocs out. You two have fun.
I look at the priest and I just grab the bottle of wine and I end up pouring us 2 very large glasses of wine on the table.
Well, I do like your style, Miss Toc. You will fit in very well here.
Are you walking out,
my
Chatty?
notes. This is me scrolling, trying to find the notes I know are here. I can't find them.
I'm just there, just sipping on this wine, trying to think of other names for the Prince of Thieves, the Cock of Thieves. What were we saying? Cock of Anne.
I've got into the kitchen with Ollie.
I know I wrote this. I remember writing this. Where is it?
All right. So, Princey, Priesty, Ollie. Dwarfs
Yes,
fucked
my
off.
dear.
I hand Oliver, who's still in the room with us, a glass of wine.
Oh,
But then I realise that he's got really big hands and I pour it into a tankard and hand it to him.
oh, thanks, miss. And he goes off to join Porco. Editor, you can cut these silences out. I'm gonna have to ad lib. I remember it being really good.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. You've got this,
It'll be
Dave. You got this.
So, a few of us we've been talking, and we think there's probably something in this union thing that you've been talking about.
There's certainly power in it. Billy Bragg told me that.
I mean, what is it we're actually going to try and be getting?
Equality, my friend. Equality is what you'll be getting. But you only do that together.
And he won't listen to us, though, will he? Will you be our avocado?
I shall be your avocado, your parsnip, and your turnip, pal. I may seem like friendly little dwarf man, but I have kicked the head off several wrong'uns and kicked the fuck out of a giant squid. Well, so don't you worry about old Professor What's-His-Face.
And murdered a man in the bath.
And I murdered a man in a bath, but we don't talk about that.
The goblin who's sort of listening in backs away when he hears about kicking people's heads off.
Gary, get back here. I'm not kicking your head off, mate.
I'm Gilbert.
You're Gary now.
Okay. So we get what? More money, more time off.
Yes.
And nothing bad happens.
You get to be treated like equals. Now, I'm not saying nothing bad will happen because these bourgeois, fancy-dancy, tough bastards don't want this to happen. They're gonna fight back. They are not necessarily physically fight, but they're going to put up obstacles. They're not going to be happy about this whole situation. You just need to stand firm and trust your Uncle Porky. I do apologise. I lost train of thought there for a second because Leeds almost scored. I do apologise.
Can you also just give me a nod when you do an inspirational speech so I can hum Do You Hear the People Sing again? Just
okay.
Make sure you give me a nod.
I will.
Right then, and Oliver and Oscar both sort of, right. Shall we do it then? Shall we go confront the scum and get what we deserve, shall we?
Now, I would be wary of going in straight as scum and whatnot. You want to go in as equals, as professionals. Speak to them as such. You revert to scum when they say no.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get in there and see what a boss has got to say, shall we?
Gather the gang together. I'll come along as well.
So they all kind of march in here into the dining room.
Oh, what's a party?
Roll me an insight check, Toc.
Shit. All right. 9.
This doesn't feel quite normal. You're not quite sure what's going on. As the orcs kind of stand behind their goblin friend, and they're all kind of looking at you. And the goblin looks a bit nervous, etc. And the orcs go, "Lady Nightingale,
Yes.
we're here to negotiate terms."
Oh, well, what terms are these, and who set them?
Our terms of employment set by your organisation and the Nightingales.
Oh, well, I'm not very good with paperwork, but I'm sure if you can produce anything, I can. And I kind of glance at the priest. I'm like, am I meant to look over this paperwork?
Well, I mean, the Nightingales have employed others for centuries. I don't know that there's necessarily any paperwork. We've never really had the reasons to negotiate before. And then there's very rarely a Nightingale here, so...
Oh, well, everyone sit down. Come on. Don't be shy.
So they sit around, and Oliver kind of takes a seat next to you that no one else really... Everyone feels shy about taking, but as you were kind to him earlier, he sort of sits next to you.
Well, everyone, So we were saying terms. Again, what terms are you on? What's going on? I just know this was one of my first times here. I've not been here for a while, so don't really know.
Well, whenever anyone's moaned before, the prince, he says that he don't make the rules. The Nightingales make the rules, so we have to take it up with them. And we never seen the Nightingale before, so it seemed like a best time, really, to try and work something out. A friend Porky here, he says you're all fascists, and we should try and get a better deal. So that's what we're doing.
Did he really? And I just turned my eyes into like really dark eyes.
Yes, I did. And I stand by it, frankly. But hear these good people out, Toc. They are a gang of people who are in this house, and I think by helping them out, they will in turn help the Nightingales out.
Well, I mean, I'm fairly new to the role of a Nightingale. I've not really been here very long at all. So what is it that you have at the moment, and what do you want?
Oh,
and then I just have a miniature kind of what? Oh my god, I forgot my spell. What? Minor illusion, and then just music starts playing. Go, what do you want? What do you like? Just in the background.
We're all going to Argos, are we?
Yeah.
So they kind of like look to each other, and again, Oliver takes a jump to talk. Well, we all live here. We get a day a week off, but we do rotating shifts. So I've not been off of this island for bloody years. If you could get more people, maybe we could rotate. I could do a month and then go back to mainland, get someone else on, and get some time with my family. I send all of me money to my family, and it'd be nice to spend some time with them.
What do you do with your day off?
Well, there's no point by the time I get the boat over to the mainland and then back again, no point. So I just sit in the garden. Sometimes help Monty with the flowers.
Okay, I mean, gardening's a nice thing to do on your day off. So are you talking holidays? I mean, how much did you say you wanted?
I just think if we change the shift pattern a little bit, get someone in. All right, so I'll do a month on, and then someone else comes on and relieves me for a month, and we just do it that way. That way, I get to spend the money that I'm actually earning.
Fairly reasonable. But what about, because that means you will only work half of a year, and that will drastically reduce pay. How about we give you an allocated amount of holidays to take, which you can book when you want, and then we'll get someone in to cover your work.
Oh, he kind of looks to you, Porky. Kind of starts stuttering a bit, kind of looking for a steer.
I think that's a good compromise, and that's what this is about, my ogre friend, compromising. So I would say 32 paid days off per year. Hold
on. 32. Now, I'm not really around the any common places very much, but isn't it 20 days and then 8 days, when there's a festival on?
I don't know of any bank holidays in the fantasy land, so we're sticking with that. Paid days off per year, shifts capped at 12 hours, 10% pay rise, and clearly allocated duties. What do you reckon?
Hang on. I don't know what their pay is currently.
You're listening to Dungeons and Dickheads, the fast-paced, action-packed, fantastical Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Every D&D podcast has an HR arc.
You wanted this, Chattin. You've been pushing for this.
Now, Toc, think of it this way, right? They'll have money, and they'll be going to the town, which is founded and occupied by thieves. That money is going straight into the thieves' economy, isn't it?
Yes, but as we know, that town steals from each other and they don't really pay each other anything, so...
Exactly. But it's all tax for the Thieves Guild.
I never got an answer to how much pay you got.
We get 100 gold a day.
Gold a day? It's tons of money.
I did tell you I told him we get paid quite. It's just we can't spend it because we don't.
I think the pay is more than fair.
Keep it 100, right? But with some paid time off.
I agree. I think paid time off is important, so you want to hone any skills or, spend time with family. I think, yes, it can be important to some. So yes, holidays and no pay rise, clear duties. Absolutely. You can't be expected to clean a toilet when you're in the kitchen. Absolutely. Don't want those toilet hands in.
Oh, we haven't got toilets in the kitchen. There's no toilets in the kitchen. We can't clean the toilets in the kitchen.
Oh, no, this is what I mean. So you're not expected. No one's going to ask you to go and do it.
Oh, okay. And we shouldn't cut the carrots in the toilet?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What about the hams?
I mean, the hams can't be done. No. Briny water is not in the toilet, no.
Also, I'd like to throw into the mix the internal training. That if you see any staff member looks like they have a aptitude for thievery, skullduggery and shoplifting, they'll be trained internally to be part of the Thieves Guild.
We're always looking for new recruits, so standard testing, absolutely. I mean, anyone can apply. It's just passing the test.
So at this point, Gilbert kind of stands up. He looks to both of you and, thank you very much. Really happy with that. I'm taking me holiday. And he just starts to wander.
Wait. I said booked annual leave. Come right back here.
What?
So, you know how there are certain days in the moons and there are certain moons in the year?
This doesn't feel very flexible and fair, Mr. Porkeye.
Like I said, you got to compromise. If you want 2 weeks off, you've got to give a few days' notice at least. You can't just saunter out, because if everybody goes on holiday at the same time, imagine the mess you're going to come back
we could all go on holiday together. Why don't we go on an orc and goblin holiday at the same time together? That'd be great. Let's do it.
Think of the mess you'll come back to. Work smarter, not harder.
I'm really wishing I'd have blown up that door and started some action.
So the priest he's kind of chuckling here. You are a very different breed of nightingale, aren't you? It's refreshing to see. Some of your predecessors would have blown up these orcs on the spot.
Well, I do think that everyone deserves a shot at life rather than working day by day. Who is here to drink all the lovely wine? I mean, we can't just be for us. Everyone's got to enjoy that. And then what about hangovers? They're not going to work with a hangover. Imagine the food they will cook. Dreadful.
It's not the best food to start with.
A positive reinforcement, please.
I just kind of look at the team in the dining room like.
Oh, they don't pay any attention to silly old me. It's a silly old me, the priest, isn't it? They know I don't mean it.
Anyway,
I'm instantly suspicious of you diddler. I don't like this character arc.
I would like to roll an insight check on him, please.
Okay.
Just to see, what he's actually, if he's kind of feigning the innocent, I'm just a little old priest. It's a 15. So,
something you don't quite know. You haven't been wearing this the armor particularly long, but something seems to be telling you that you can trust this man.
Well, I just think we should be nicer to them. I don't want any stuff in my food. I enjoyed my meal.
Of course, my dear. Look, my dear friends, Oliver, Oscar, you know me well enough. It was all in jest. I do like eating 5 whole hams every week.
5 whole hams.
Well, Anyway, is everyone agreed on the terms? Everyone happy? You book your annual leave in advance and you can take it when it has been agreed, and then you can go and do whatever you want for those time, and you'll get paid, of course, 100 gold a day for when you take it.
So Oscar at this point kind of raises his hand a little bit.
Yes, Oscar?
My wife back home, we got a baby on the way, Miss Toc.
How did you manage that when you don't leave the island? Very clever.
That's a good. Didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. But magic must be magic. But what if I want to spend some time to be like paternal and stuff?
Well, I mean, that's what your holiday's for, right?
Come on, Toc. You know he gets paternity time off.
Look, I finished work for the day. Leave me alone.
You get 2 weeks paid off once the kid drops.
Yes, but it's not £100 a day, you see, so...
It is a reduced rate, granted, but you do get that time off.
Oh, I'll make sure they tell us as soon as he's here then. And
Yes, I would like something from the medic, though, just to make sure that baby is actually yours, because, although we do enjoy letting you have time off, these are additional days above other staff members, and just want to make sure that it's all above board. You understand?
So Oliver turns around to Oscar and goes, "Yeah, I mean, it's not really fair, is it? Because you got a baby and come in, and I'm not ever going to have a baby, am I? So he gets more time off than I do."
Well, who's to say you won't meet somebody in one of your paid holiday days?
He kind of looks to Porco and says, "I have met somebody. We ain't going to be having a baby."
Oh, well, you get adoption days, should you want to look at that route.
Ah, all right. Okay.
Yes, same thing for adoption. Just your adoption certificate will be fine.
And they kind of wander off. Oliver's quite happy with all this. Oscar's not quite sure. It still does seem a little bit like a regime to him, but he's happy. And Gilbert's just happy he's going to get some oddity.
Oh, I just shout back to them. Just one last thing. The Prince of Thieves has a new name. He wants to be known as the Cock of Thieves. His own choice. Just make sure you call him that from now on. If he argues with you, he did decide on it. It's just kind of settling in with the name, okay?
Yes, Miss. Cock of Thieves it is.
Oh, it's not Miss anymore. You need to call her the Princess of Thieves.
I like that.
Yes, my lady, Princess of Thieves.
No
Good
problem.
lads. See you in a bit. I'm the Duke of Shoplifting.
Podcast listeners, I apologise for that last half an hour, but that's really where Shitty's been bringing this to the whole time we've been doing it. It's where this year has
22 episodes of union forming, and I finally got one.
Forget the podcast listeners. Can you apologise to me, please, as well?
Well, to be honest, that was the end game. The podcast is now done. Shitey's done his unionisation. We're done.
End stream, end podcast. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, close everything down. Close down the feed. We're done.
That's it. It's finished for another time. Well, that was very exciting, wasn't it, that ending? Was I in it much? Do we know? I really do hope so. But why not come back next time? And hopefully I'll be in it even more. I'll probably save the day. I wouldn't be surprised. I often do. I must say thank you as well to Stephen Ranking for editing this show. Very bizarre. Don't know who he is.